Welcome to the Get Smart with Money podcast. I'm your host, Dayna Hernandez, financial planner and author of Get Smart with Money, Break Free from the Struggle, Build Wealth on Your Terms, and Rewrite Your Money Story. Here we talk about money, entrepreneurship, growth, and resilience, because financial freedom is about more than just numbers. Each week, you'll get practical strategies, inspiring stories, and the motivation you need to stress less about money and create more freedom in your life. Let's get smart with money together. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Get Smart with Money podcast. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Simone Knego, and her signature real method, respect yourself, embrace your failures, ask yourself what you want, and live without limits, helps high achievers navigate challenges and keep moving forward, whether in their careers or personal lives. Simone is a two-time TEDx speaker, best-selling author of The Extraordinary Unordinary You, and the co-host of a globally ranked podcast, Her Unshakeable Confidence. Thank you for being here today, Simone.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. So tell me a little bit more about this podcast, because I did look it up. I just didn't get a chance to listen to anything yet.
Yeah, so I've had a podcast with my 23-year-old daughter for the last 2.5 years. It's a lot of fun. I'm a mom of 6, and one of them is willing to talk to me on a podcast. I feel like that's pretty good percentage rates there.
Yes.
But yeah, it's called Her Unshakable Confidence, and we talk about everything to do with life, struggles, how we move forward. We do our own episode every other week, and then we have a guest on the next one. And, it's really been an amazing experience, because watching her step into herself, and that was the goal of, obviously, the title, Her Unshakable Confidence, was to get her quicker than I got there. It took me a long time to figure out who I was, what I needed, what I wanted. And, for her at 23 years old to be able to say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going after, and not worrying about what anybody else thinks, is exactly what I wanted, as a goal of this podcast.
That's awesome. I wish I was more like that in my 20s, but instead I was putting myself in debt.
Yeah.
But I did get there eventually, as I'm sure you did. So
it took me a long time. I was in my 40s when I finally realized what I was capable of.
Yeah, it's crazy how you don't have the right structure sometimes, and then you finally realize it, and it's like, oh no, I feel like you waste time. But I guess we're all on our journeys, right? And we're supposed to do it at the time we're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I think everything that I've done in my life, good and bad, has brought me to this moment in time. So, I don't look back and say, oh, I regret doing this. I'm like, okay, what did I learn from that? And I learned a lot over my life.
Yes, so did I. I'm sure everyone does. But when it comes to confidence, a lot of people don't actually feel it, even though they might look more confident. What do you think real confidence means to you?
Yeah, so confidence means, for me, what's interesting is that, okay, let me answer that first, and then I'll take a step back. But confidence for me is being comfortable with who you are, no matter who you're with or where you are. So absolutely being yourself, radical authenticity, stop trying to be someone that you're not. What's interesting is that is one question that we ask every single guest on our podcast. And we've had probably 75 guests, and not one person has answered it the same way. It's always been, they have a different version of what confidence means to them. And I think that's actually a really important thing to understand, is that confidence is something really personal. And a lot of times we try to outsource this and say that it's, how we look on the outside, and that's absolutely not what it is. It's really how you feel about yourself as you're moving forward.
Yes, I know for myself, because I had accidentally put myself in debt, trying to climb out of that hole mentally has been a thing. It's a mental drain. It's just completely Like I've been ashamed for a long time, but I'm more recently been okay with what happened because I'm getting myself out of it. But when it comes to money and confidence, and debt, and it just doesn't mix well, is what I've learned for myself. And it's hard to talk to people. It's hard to do anything other than, pay your bills, and you're probably trying to have to get 2 jobs. I've had 3 at one point in my life because of all of it, and it's rough.
Yeah,
Definitely
for sure.
Takes a toll.
Yeah, I think that, money issues are a big issue for every person I've ever met, right? Mm-hmm. Where we think all of a sudden, okay, we have it. It's okay if I buy this. And then we overextend. I think it's a really big problem right now. I was just watching something. I was at an event where the guy was talking about economic forecasting, and he was saying how many families really overextended on credit over the last several months because of price increases on things, and that it's really hard to catch up once you get there. And I completely understand. I mean, definitely when I was younger, I was like, oh, just charge it. And that's something my kids thought. Okay, you can just use that card. I'm like, you have to pay for the card. You can't just use the card. Yeah. And it took a long time to get out of that situation. Mm-hmm. And we've lost credit before. I mean, that's part of life. But understanding that it happens, you can rebuild it. And just like confidence, you can build it.
Yes, definitely. That happened to me as well. I had maxed out one of my credit cards at 10 grand. And I eventually had to do the whole consolidation thing, and my credit, I think it went down as low as like 500 and something from almost 800 a few years earlier. And now it's finally back in the 700s. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Again, everything takes time. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It takes time. I mean, there was a period of time where I was flipping houses. We live in Florida, and that was a big thing, right? You buy a house, you fix it up, and you sell it. And we got caught right in the middle of where high of the market to the absolute low of the market. And the bank took the houses back, and we lost all our credit and had to build it back up again. And my credit's in the 800s now. So it takes time, but it can be done.
Yes, it can be done for sure. And I've actually had fun trying to build my credit. Like, there's all these different platforms out there now you can use, like Chime. Chime's awesome for that. That actually helped me be able to get another credit card. So now I rarely use Chime now, but it's still kind of on the back burner if I do need it. And sometimes I'll just put money in there and save it for things, and I'll just use it for maybe like a trip or something. I'm about to do that this week. So I'm happy that actually helped me. So why do you think that so many people stay stuck even though they want more for themselves? Do you think it is just confidence or other things?
I think there's more than confidence, but I think that confidence is a big issue because we tend to look at what everybody else is doing and think, oh, well, why can't that be my life? Maybe if I buy that thing, or if I, get that car, whatever it is, then I'll feel better about myself. And so confidence is a big issue. I mean, when you look at statistics, it's basically 80% of people across the board struggle with low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a really hard place to start from. So if you're already feeling bad about yourself and you feel like, okay, let me put myself out there and if I get this car, maybe people will look at me. I was looking at I saw a friend driving today, and he drives a McLaren, and wow. Thinking, really? Okay. So you can finance anything. Not saying that he did, but you can finance anything, right? Mm-hmm. Do you want to? If you really love what you're getting, great. But if you're getting it because you think other people are going to look at you and think, oh, she's a big deal, he's a big deal, or that's status, that's ridiculous. And
it's never a good thing to do.
No. But people do it all the time. Let me go buy a Louis Vuitton purse, because then people will look at me differently. Do we really care what other people think? And I think that that is such a big piece of confidence, is that we need to stop worrying about what anybody else thinks. Like, what are we doing for ourselves? And are we doing things that are digging the hole deeper and making us feel bad about ourselves? Or are we actually doing something to bring ourselves out of it? And most of the time we're doing the first part, which is, oh, let me show how great I am, and then digging the hole deeper and then feeling like crap at ourselves because we can't move forward.
Yes. Yeah, I've kind of been there too. Or having self-control with a credit card and things like that too, because a big reason why I maxed out my card was probably because of all the concert tickets I was buying.
Yeah.
It was good times, you know, really good experiences, of course. I'm glad that I did go to all those shows, but on the back end, I was not happy with the number that I had to pay off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. Self-control is definitely a very necessary thing when it comes to credit and just finances in general, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not easy. I mean, again, that, you know, we see something shiny and we're like, ooh, I want that. But again, I think you have to think about, what does that actually mean?
Yeah, it does. And so you created the REAL method. Can you walk us through what that is exactly and why it works?
Yeah. So REAL, obviously it's an acronym. It stands for respect yourself, embrace your failures, ask yourself what you want, and live without limits. And I think the pillar, the foundation to anything that we do is self-respect. And I remember when I was younger, I was taught to respect my elders, my peers, but I don't ever remember being taught that the most important person to respect is myself. And I think that that's across the board with everything we do, that if we struggle with self-respect, then we're making decisions that really aren't going to benefit us in the future. So that itself, right? Okay, so self-respect, yes, so important. Embrace your failures. We all fail at things. I mean, when we talk about money, oh my gosh, we all fail, right?
Yes.
And it's understanding what you learned from it instead of like, oh gosh, that was scary, I'm never going to try anything again. So it really is, it should be a learning experience instead of like a stop sign that says don't ever do anything again. Ask yourself what you want. That is a huge one, because so often we go from point A to point B just because we think that's what we're supposed to do. And it really is about saying, okay, what do I want? What do I need in this moment? And most people don't ask themselves those questions. Live without limits. We limit ourselves from the minute we wake up until the moment we go to bed. We're not good enough. We're not smart enough. The way we talk to ourselves. And then also the way we talk about ourselves, right? I'm just this, I'm just that, justifying our existence. And we shouldn't have to justify anything, right? We should be proud of exactly who we are, no matter the mistakes that we've made, you know? So that's the basics of the REAL method. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. I have a book coming out in February that's called Real Confidence, A Simple Guide to Go from Unsure to Unshakeable. And it goes in depth to the entire method.
Okay, that sounds good. And what's the book behind you right there?
Oh, so this is my first book.
Okay.
This one is The Extraordinary Unordinary You. That one is all about realizing what you're capable of and recognizing that the little things you do every day matter. That one I wrote in 2020, and this is the new one. Real Confidence.
Nice.
So yeah, super excited for this one to come out. I actually wrote this one specifically for women. Men can read it too, but it's specifically for women to really understand that, you know, they matter, they have worth, and when you're struggling with something, this is how you move forward.
Yes, good. I really like that.
Thank you.
I'm interested. Are those on sale, or will your second one, and where is your first one on sale at? Like
I mean, you can go online and find both of them. The new one is available for pre-order, and if you are interested in it, you can go to realconfidencebook.com, and then I have a bunch of pre-order bonuses that come with it if you order it before February 17th.
Okay, nice. Yeah, confidence is not talked about enough, I don't think. It's a huge problem And I think it's partly kept me stuck and not really using my financial licenses for the last few years. I've used them here and there, but like I want to use them more, but I always just second guess myself and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is true for so many people where we're like, oh, wait, I'm not worthy of this, or I don't deserve to be here, or maybe someone will find me out. And if we took that all away and we put ourselves out there, what's the worst that would happen?
Hmm.
Right? I mean,
Exactly.
we've all had stressors before, we've all had issues before, but if we put ourselves out there, like we could make big change. And
Hmm.
I think we need to look at it differently. We so often look at the negative instead of the positive. And if we looked at the positive with things, we're like, oh, yeah, I would give that a chance. Let me
Hmm.
try. Because the worst that can happen is that you fail. And failure is a learning experience, it is not a stop sign. So
Exactly.
put yourself out there and do the things.
Exactly. I mean, I did have to have some level of confidence when I started this podcast. I was
Yeah.
trying to shut up the imposter syndrome, though, for a while there. I was like, who's going to listen to me? Why would they listen to me? Who am I? Like, but I was like, you know what? There's plenty of people that have podcasts. Everybody has an opinion. They all matter.
Yeah.
So I just shut up the imposter syndrome and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do this because I want to meet people from all over the place, and that's what I've been able to do. And I wanted to talk about like, self-development and entrepreneurship and everything like that. So it's helped me kind of get out of my shell for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And so often people say, well, I'm going to wait until I feel ready.
Hmm.
I love to respond to that with waiting until you feel ready is like waiting for IKEA instructions to actually make sense. It is not going to happen.
Yeah,
Do it messy. Like do it now. It because again, what's the worst that's going to happen? The more you do something, the more you practice, the better you get at it. Like nobody
exactly.
starts in one space and as like absolutely phenomenal at it. It just doesn't work that way. You have
Yeah.
to keep going, keep doing. And that's how people become successful because they don't back down. They keep doing the things, even when the voice inside their head, I call it the what if whisperer. What if you fail? What if they judge you? What
Hmm.
if, what if, the what if whisperer, you got to be able to shut it down and say, you know what, I'm doing it anyways. Like, I don't need to listen to you. I'm going to do it.
Yes. Fear will always stop you.
Yeah.
So it's never made anybody successful as fear. By listening to it, you're never going to get anywhere. So
Yeah.
you might as well just do it. And the more and more you do it, your confidence will build.
100%. I
So
mean, confidence is you take action and then your confidence builds. It's not like you wait to be confident and then you
yeah,
take action. It's by
exactly. That's
doing the
crazy.
things that yeah. But a lot of people think, oh, when I feel more confident, I'm going to do this. But it's the opposite. You take action, they're like, oh, I'm feeling better about this.
Hmm. Exactly. If somebody's listening to this and feels stuck right now, which I'm sure many people do, what is one piece of advice you would want them to hear today?
So I'd love to give them that my mindset hack. So it has a very creative title. It's called Control Alt Delete. So back in the day, it was how we would reset a frozen computer. Now it's how like it brings up Task Manager. I don't actually know what Task Manager does, but it does something. So control is about awareness. We all have that voice that comes into our head that says, "Oh, don't do that. That's scary. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough." And a lot of times we just go on repeat, right? We don't even know that it's happening. So we have to be aware of the thoughts that come to our head. So
Hmm.
is it real? Is it helpful? Most of the time, it's a negative story that we're telling ourselves. Alt
Yes.
is alternative. Tell yourself a better story. Instead of telling yourself that you can't do something, okay, why can't you? Yes, watch me. I can, right? And instead of asking yourself, what if I fail? How about when I succeed? There's so
Yes.
much scientific research about the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk about yourself, how that helps you move forward. So instead of questioning everything, do it. And finally, delete. Delete the habits and beliefs that don't serve you. Delete the comparison game. Delete the belief that you're not enough. And again, delete the idea that you need to wait until you feel ready.
Yes.
Do it before you feel ready. Do it messy because that's where big change happens.
Hmm. I also want to add that the people around you, you need to sometimes delete them or
Oh, yep.
limit contact. because sometimes obviously you can't delete people if they're your family and maybe you're like living in the house with them, but I would just limit the contact as much as possible because listening to other people who haven't been successful or haven't done the things you want to do is not helping you.
Yeah. And they're trying to tell you what to do. So, one of the
Hmm.
chapters in my new book talks about toxic relationships. And, we have to acknowledge them and say, like, this is not where I want to be every single day. I don't need to hear this.
Yes.
Oftentimes, the toxic relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves because so often we talk to ourselves in such a way we would never talk to our best friend that way. We would never talk to a child that way, but we talk to
Exactly.
ourselves that way, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, you're like, okay, that's pretty ridiculous. Like, why do I do that? So that awareness piece is so important to say, I should not be talking to myself this way. Like, I would never talk to my best friend this way. You got to be your own
Yeah.
best friend because you're going to live with yourself forever.
Yes, exactly. That's super important
Yeah.
to realize. I've had to delete many people out of my
Yeah.
life, and it was hard, definitely. It sucked, it hurt, but I just knew that they were not the people I needed to be around because they didn't have goals like I did. They just wanted to stay stuck.
Yeah.
Most of them or all of them wanted to stay stuck, and I was like, all right, well, I just got into financial services at the time, and they didn't even ask me how it was going. They didn't ask me what I was learning, nothing. And I was like, okay, well, there's something wrong with this if we're calling each other best friends and you're not interested in what I'm even doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's kind of an issue here. And I had to just kind of separate from all those people. And it was the
Yeah.
best thing I ever did.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy when you
Definitely
deal with
not.
stuff like that, but it's important.
Yeah, it's definitely important. You need to surround yourself with people who have goals, at least, maybe not the same as yours, but have something going for them,
And
you
are willing
know?
to support you too,
Mm-hmm.
like they ask you how you're doing. They ask
Yeah.
you, how can I help instead of being, just negative. But there's a lot of people that get stuck in those negative relationships. And it's so important that you acknowledge it and see, okay, this is not what I want for my life.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to stay friends with somebody you've been friends with for years either.
Just
You don't
because.
just because, yeah, just
Yeah.
because you've known them, you don't have to stay friends with them, especially if they're
Yeah.
not growing with you, then it's probably time.
Yeah.
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 So,
I agree.
hmm And I think in doing that also your confidence builds because you can see how strong you are after cutting those relationships off.
Yeah. And again, it's not easy. I mean, anytime we make big changes, it's hard, but it's really important for our own growth that we understand when things are holding us back. And sometimes it's the hardest things that we can do, right? Like, okay, I
Yeah.
have to walk away from this. But,
Hmm.
you know, you get to grow. Like anytime there's a big change, you grow.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for. We're not here to be stuck just doing nothing and working at a job. I feel like we're meant for more. We're not supposed to just be stagnant. We're supposed to be growing and learning all the time.
Yeah, I think it's way more uncomfortable to stay comfortable than it is to get uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I mean, the
Yes.
idea of doing what you're doing every single day instead of saying, oh, let me try something different. Like to me, that's way more exciting than doing the same thing every single day.
Hmm. Definitely changing it up. I
Yeah.
like to change it up because you never know who you're gonna run into, what you're gonna learn. So,
Yeah. 100%.
yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. We'll keep this short. I know you have another podcast to hop on, and thank you for being
Yeah.
here. That
Yeah.
was
Thanks so
awesome.
much. Thanks so much for having me.
Definitely. Thank you. Please like, review, share, and subscribe to this podcast and follow us on Instagram at GetSmartWMoney Podcast, as well as checking out our website at GetSmartWithMoneyPodcast.com.